Hello, everyone. It's me, Tammeron, here live every week on Tuesday at 222 for your free weekly tea and tarot reading. And I'm laughing to myself because I'm having a hot flash just as the video has started. So I had to grab my peppermint essential oil from doTERRA and quickly throw it on my head. So very grateful to have essential oils hanging around me, beside me all the time because I'm just so excited. I don't know about anybody else, but this week has been absolutely fantastic. I'm going to share a little bit more with you, so stay tuned to the end of this video. This is a huge week for a lot of people. If you're sensitive, if you're empathic, I bet you're feeling it. So I'm going to explain a little bit with you today. So yeah, it's just been since yesterday. I've just had so much energy moving through my body, and the minute I think about it, when I connect to that emotional energy, I get super excited and it heats up my body. So that's my hot flash for you guys this afternoon. So I can see my face is cooling down a little bit. Whoo, the peppermint has kicked in. So each week I'm here live with you guys to share with you how to manage your emotions for the week ahead. And I like to connect with everyone and share with you where we are with the moon. Again, this is something that I'm very passionate about. And my readings this year have really been more of a focus in 2019 on sharing my knowledge on what holistic modalities also to use after we get the readings from Spirit with the tarot decks or the oracle decks, whatever decks that I'm using, so we can manage our emotions a little bit more effectively. Again, my avatar is mainly women, but sometimes men who are very sensitive or, they're very new age, very into a lot of this holistic stuff, and so they feel it too. And I just am very passionate about teaching people how to use gifts from the earth, such as high-grade essential oils and using herbs, especially to make teas, so that we can benefit on an emotional level. And then, of course, it affects us physically as well, too. All right. So here we go. It is Tuesday, May the 14th, 2019. We are, Tuesday. This is what I do with my kids, even though they're now young adult. Now that they're adults, I still count sleep. So when we're counting down to something, when my kids were little, I would always count down the sleep. So it's Tuesday. So we've got Tuesday night, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We have 4 more sleeps until this amazing full moon energy that is happening on Saturday on the 18th. Now, this is a blue moon. It is arriving in Scorpio, I believe. Again, this is a huge karmic release that a lot of us are experiencing. So this is why we're feeling these huge shifts. And it's not affecting just certain people. This is affecting everybody, depending on, where things were happening, where planets were aligned in your birth chart. So a lot of people who personally know me and I'm working with, you guys understand I'm starting to study astrology more deeply this year. However, I am not an astrologer, but I love to share as I learn. So this is why things are happening in specific areas of your life. So for some people, it's your home. Some people, it's your business. Some people, it's your children, blah, blah, blah. It could be your schooling, all that kind of stuff. But this is a huge karmic release that, these are lessons that all of us in the lineage before us, agreed to be here on a soul level. So to come here as humans and experience these karmic lessons. All right. So this is a big one. So a lot of people, if you are working on yourself and continuing to use natural modalities or using your meditation, doing whatever it is that teaches you how to connect with yourself or your soul, you will experience this massive shift. All right. So a lot of people are pretty excited, including myself. So here we go. This is the reading for today, and I will share with you guys, again, still 2019. I am reading using Colette Baron-Reid's deck, the Wisdom of the Avalon Oracle deck. All right, so that's where we're getting the 2-card draw. And I have my little full moon cup with me today because this is my little witchy poo cup that I bring out on the new moon and the full moon. And I love to share with you guys which tea it is that I am drinking today. And I just made it so it's a little bit hot. I've added some raw honey into it, but this is Tulsi tea. I'll show you guys what it looks like. Tulsi tea. So this is actually a tea that comes from India. In India, it's considered a sacred herb, holy basil. It's blessing, it's blessed, people bring it into their home. It has an amazing story behind it, which I'm not going to share with you today. So if you've never heard of Tulsi tea, I encourage you to Google it. It has an amazing floral aroma to it. It is great for stress, super grounding, it's considered very sacred. So it has a spiritual component to it. It tastes amazing, and I encourage you to try some. So luckily for me, it's actually considered one of the queen of herbs. I keep notes on things here for me. It's going to create a sense of peace and really help you to go within and to stay very grounded during this week of transition that we've got going on. Okay, so that's the magic in my cup today. And here we go, 2-card reading. So with this full moon, this is a huge shift, right? So a lot of people are going to feel it. And then you might get these big changes happening in your life. So how are we going to manage this energy, and what is Spirit going to share with us? So as again, I always pull the cards beforehand, so I'm not shuffling here. The first card that just came up as our challenge on what it is that we need to work on is, look at this, forgiveness. Look at this, and mushrooms, the mushrooms that grow. So I'm going to talk a little bit about this afterwards, however, because I love the story of mushrooms. Okay, so forgiveness. So the challenge is, again, today is Tuesday, right? So if you have anything lingering, any little bit of resentment, anger, if you're feeling anything that you still know is still there, you're sarcastic about something, this is the week I'm going to encourage you guys to work on it, okay? Do your meditations, connect with other people, gather with other people, other healers, anything you can use to help you open your heart just that little bit more and experience that deep level of forgiveness. Because remember, this is karmic. So as you forgive and you continue to forgive not also other people, but to forgive yourself, you're going to reap the huge rewards this week. Very huge, okay? I'm going to talk about mushrooms in a minute, but I'm going to tell you the action step. Look at this. Look at the card that came up today. I have goosebumps. Look at this. So the action is to move into that space of compassion, being grateful for these experiences, for all of us having these huge karmic lessons to work through collectively. I mean, look at what we're going through on the planet. This wasn't just about you. This was a soul contract that you had agreed. We had all agreed to come together, all of us, right here, right now, on the planet at this time, to be a part of this huge massive shift and awakening that's happening. Like, how lucky are we to be here during this day and time? So, it's moving us up into higher levels of consciousness, moving us into a state of love, and to remind ourselves that we all came here through love. So powerful. I just love it. It's probably why I got excited when I pulled these first 2 cards just before I went live, okay? Because that's when I pulled them. So I'm very excited about this. So again, recap, work on yourself. Take time out for you. Don't worry about what other people are doing, because as you continue to work on yourself, it releases all of us. It releases the other person as well as you. But remember, whatever we put out into the universe, it always comes back to us tenfold. So in my belief, I'd rather work on forgiving me than anybody else, because that's where the magic really is. To me, it's, the key. And I have found it's allowing me to take responsibility for myself and understanding there was a lesson in there for me. And so when I forgive myself, it's like, you feel it like, okay, you're not going to experience that again, because now all right? You're in the clear, right? So very powerful week. I am excited. However, I just want to go back to this image for just a minute, if you guys will bear with me. Mushrooms. Okay. So when I ran my business in Southern Ontario, I used to have a radio show, and I ended up going on local radio to promote the business because it was new, very new age, a little bit ahead of what was happening in the community at that time, but I was learning. So I just felt compelled to open a little shop that made organic, handmade food, gluten-free, dairy-free, learning about detoxification, juicing, smoothies, really cleaning up your diet, helping your body. And I'm 55 years old, and I feel like I'm getting younger. Not that I eat perfectly. Yes, I still eat gluten. Sometimes I still have dairy, but rarely. But there are so many substitutions now that are on the planet that we can use. Here I live in North America, and it's fun to play around with recipes and just change things up and replace ingredients and that kind of stuff. And it's something I'm very passionate about. And it's the food that I am offering on my retreats and any of my, even if they're half-day events. Even when people come for a reading, I always give them a cup of tea and a little snack, something to munch on that I've made, that I've whipped up, and a recipe that I've played around with. However, I want to talk about mushrooms for a minute. When I was in this business, I was learning a lot about medicinal ingredients, gifts of the earth, what I call them, right? And one of my favorite supplements to use is medicinal mushrooms. And when you understand the power behind mushrooms, you have to remember that mushrooms grow from the falling apart of something. So, the trees fall apart, they decompose, they break down, they fall to the earth. The snow comes, the rain comes, the trees are homes for other animals to live in. And what happens is that this matter lays on the ground, on the surface. And this is how mushrooms grow, because they needed all of this to be on the earth and for water to come, for rain. And mushrooms grow at a certain time of the year, at the end of the summer, when, things have heated up, right? And we've had that opportunity for the rain to come down. And then the mushrooms grow. And certain mushrooms are toxic and certain mushrooms are highly medicinal. And a lot of medicinal mushrooms, especially reishi, are good for the heart. They balance the heart chakra, and it tastes amazing. It also gives you energy, and it gives you a life force. It gives you an opportunity to regrow, to rebirth. All right. It's going to give your physical body a sense of rebirth, regrowing, and even on an emotional level. So I know I've had some other videos in the past where I was drinking some of my medicinal teas and I've added reishi mushroom to it. However, I feel compelled also, because this card just came up, that if you still need to balance something in your heart, that I'm going to recommend that you do your research and check out a high grade quality of reishi and make yourself a cup of reishi tea, or even add it. I even add it to recipes and that kind of stuff. It can come as a powder. So check out your local health food store. Make sure it's half decent. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. I do know some highly reputable companies, and I use their products as well. But it's an opportunity for us to grow and to ascend to another higher vibrational level. So we can do it physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. So we can do that with food, meaning our diet. We can do it with meditation. We can do it with energy work, energy healers, so on and so forth, and even some journaling. All right, get down. Like, what is it? What that's still lingering that you still need to let go? Know that I'll be doing this too. Again, even though I'm here for these readings and offering the readings, these messages also apply to me too. So this is why I love doing this every week. All right, so if you found this helpful, the video from Facebook is loaded to my YouTube channel every Tuesday. It's usually up there by the evening, so it's an opportunity for you to share them from YouTube. And remember to subscribe and hit that bell so you see when the notification comes in. And now I have set it up so that members of Tammeron's Place now receive our weekly newsletters every Tuesday. So it includes the YouTube version of this video along with your weekly template with my recommended essential oils from doTERRA and what 3 essential oils to put in your diffusers or to make into a roller ball, as well as I make a suggestion for a topical roller ball that you can apply, carry around with you if you have to go to work. So members are loving it. Again, you don't have to learn how to use the essential oils. It is one of my perks of being a member of Tammeron's Place, where if you purchase the essential oils from me, that's how people learn. And also, if you are purchasing doTERRA's essential oils from somebody else, that's okay. Even just purchasing the membership for only $36 a month allows you that opportunity to learn slowly, right? Because it can be very overwhelming. And that's why a lot of people, you know, they don't have time, they don't understand. So it's easy for you, and I'm helping you learn. And each week, the emotional story that is part of the essential oils that I'm recommending is included in that. Super excited. So this weekend is the full moon. It is also May long weekend here in Ontario, and I'm in Northern Ontario. So I'm going to be offering for free, just because it's May long weekend. I don't even know what the weather's going to be like, but I'm going to be doing a Zoom call on Saturday evening between 7 and 8 p.m. So if you are home, if you got some friends over, especially some women, I will be posting the link below where people can join me. And from 7 to 8, I'm going to do my full moon gathering, which is, again, another perk of Tammeron's Place. However, I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek into what that is if you haven't attended one already. We're going to do a collective energy clearing. I'm going to offer you guys the templates that I use each week to teach you what essential oils, how to write it out, how to send a prayer out to the universe, and collectively at the end of the call, everybody, I'm going to teach you how to release that. So if you have anything lingering, I'm going to make a suggestion. Come and join me. And then live from 8 to 9:30, I am opening up my beach here in Northern Ontario. If you live local to me here in Thunder Bay, or if you want to come up for the weekend, hey, you can stay nearby. And I also have a guest cabin. However, you can come on out, and from 8 to 9:30, we're going to get that fire roaring as long as there's no high winds. But, you know, we do have alternatives as well. We could bring the fire inside into my fireplace. However, we're going to put our prayers out to the universe and to release what no longer serves us as a group. And of course, I'll be serving some herbal teas and some of my gluten-free, dairy-free snacks for anyone who does come. Again, it's a little window into what you get as a member of Tammeron's Place. And there is an energy clearing that comes with that. And I'll be using my native drum that I made here in Thunder Bay. And actually, I believe I've made a video. So I'm going to post that video for you guys too, so you guys can check it out. And feel free to send me a message or ask questions, so on and so forth. So you have both opportunities. You can join me on Zoom from 7 to 8, or you can join me from 8 to 9:30 live. And the sun will just be going down around that time from 9:30 to 10. All right. It'll just be going down under that tree line here, and it'll be fantastic. So that's it. Again, I will see you guys here next week, next Tuesday at 222, going live again. We'll be coming out of that amazing full moon energy, and it'll be really interesting to see the shifts and the amazing things that are going to happen for people after this weekend. All right. Thanks for listening. Please share this video, and I will see you guys again next week. Cheers. Tammeron, a spiritual guide, founder of Tammeron's Place, a retreat for spiritual growth.